And she has been the most successful from the moment she's gotten into this business, and she's been very generous and very kind in leaving clues for everyone, no matter what team they're on. So I want you to take great notes and listen to Royal Crown Brandy Sinoto.
That if we could see these clues, if we could open up our hearts, if I could open up my eyes and open up my mind and just grab onto those clues, then I could find my way to success. Well, guess what? It's been a journey for me of ups and downs and rounds, but still, it really has been me finding these little clues and these little clues that have brought me to this moment right here with each and every one of you right here. I was raised by a single mother, 5 of us in our family. She was involved with full-time ministry work most of my life. So my eldest brother actually stepped in and took on that shoulder of the financial responsibility for my family. So of course, we're a local family from Hawaii. Didn't grow up with that much, but I had a great and fulfilling life with my mom. Then on the other side, my father. He was a very sought-after health practitioner. He was a lomi practitioner, and he traveled the Hawaiian Islands as well as the continent, massaging people. So when I was a young child, I would go and visit him every now and then, and I would get a chance to hang around, meet him and his rich friends, his friends who were successful, because those were the people that could afford his services just on a whim. He would hang out with millionaires, and I would sit with them, and I would think, wow, these people are so different. Don't get me wrong, the amount of money that you have is no correspondence with the amount of success you actually have in your life. My success came from what my mother taught me, the spiritual foundation that she gave me growing up. It was pretty interesting seeing my father tap on the side. I would hang out with his friends, and when they talk about money, there wasn't that feeling around it, like it was something that was so elusive and nobody could have it, or a special group of people could have it. When they talk about cars, it wasn't like, oh, my car just broke down, I got $500, can somebody find me a car for $500? It was the newest car that they bought. They would talk about these vacations that they took. My father had a multi-million-dollar friend that lived right on the beach of Kamikapu, for those of you who are in Maui, and he had a helicopter, and he would fly my dad in to Hana for visits. So from an early age, I looked at these people. They still had problems, mind you. But that was what I was looking at. I was looking at this aspect of success and how they felt around business and money. And you know what it was? They looked at it differently. So from that time when I was a young child, I got that clue that people who were successful, they looked at money differently. They felt around others differently. They felt like they belonged anywhere. And they looked at challenges like opportunities. And they never lived in the cans. They lived in the cans. So 18 years later, I got introduced to this crazy world of network marketing. And guess what? It was a world surrounded by those types of people that were looking at obstacles as opportunities, like Rachel brought out and Marina brought out. They were looking at not the cans, but the cans. There were people like Geraldine and Arna on stage talking about starting from scratch and building to these huge empires. I'll tell you something. I watched that at national conventions. I Jersey. And he tells me, he was one of those people, mind you, one of those people with no limits on success. And he tells me, Brandy, what do you want? I said, I want to buy my mom a fancy car. He said, you can buy your mom a fancy car, write it down on a paper, put it in your wallet, walk around with it. I said, I want to take my family on a vacation. He said, you can take your family on a vacation, write it down on a card, put it in your wallet, and go on, and you're going to make it happen. He told me all I had to do was take a few steps, follow a simple process over a prolonged period of time, and he told me not to stop until I got to my goal. Well, the interesting thing is I did get to my goal, but how many of you know how long it took me to get to my goal? Not 2 years. Some of you know my journey with Purium was 2 years. Who here can allude to me how long it took me? 17 years it took me to get to my goal. 17 years it took me for me to achieve success. Now, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to take you 17 years. And I'll tell you why it took me 17 years. First of all, it took me 17 years because 17 years ago there was no Purium health product as a never finding out. It took me 17 years because 17 years ago there was no Amy Benner and David Sandoval running this network marketing company. There was no gift card marketing system, and there sure was no 10-day celebrity transformations. That's why it took me, that's one part of why it took me 17 years. But I will tell you the other half of why it took me 17 years. It took me 17 years because I didn't want to see the clues. Because I didn't believe there were clues. I wanted to see what was in my own mind. I wanted to be limited by my own fears. I wanted to believe my own stories, all those little stories we like to tell ourselves. And I sure wasn't going to allow anyone to push me any further than I wanted to be pushed. So it took me 17 years. But I'm here to tell you that I waited 17 years to find Purium, and guess what? You have it right now. And I waited 17 years to get a clue. So guess what? For my next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 5 clues. There's a lot of clues you guys are going to get through your journey, but I'm going to give you 5 clues right now that if you have not gotten these clues, grab these clues, write it on a piece of paper and put it on your dashboard, because these are the clues that I did not want to receive, I did not want to get, so please just take these clues, because these are the 5 foundational clues that will help set you up to build your network marketing business. The first one I shared with you is what that gentleman first shared with me, which was follow the system of success. Simple. One foot in front of the other, and don't stop until you reach your goal. It's that simple. Sometimes we tend to overcomplicate things. Don't overcomplicate it. What we do is simple. We find customers and team members, and then we help those team members find customers and team members. It's a no-brainer. Keep it simple, follow the basic simple system of success. Here's clue number 2. Build relationships. That gentleman who introduced me and mentored me into network marketing nurtured a relationship for 17 years. Some of us, we get the no, but we forget about that person 7 days later. 17 years. And he wasn't calling me every month saying, when are you going to join? When are you going to join? Are you ready now? Are you ready now? Are you ready now? No, he didn't. He called me and he was interested in my life. Every single year for 17 years, he sent me a Christmas card until he realized I didn't celebrate Christmas, but it was still fun. 17 years. He knew my mother's name, he knew my brother's name, he knew my nieces and nephew's name, he knew my husband's name. And guess what? Because of him, 17 years later, myself and all the team leaders here. David's coming. You guys heard earlier, my friend Sloan Ketchup came on stage. I enrolled her and it took her 2 years to get engaged. Do you think I was banging my head on her door for 2 years saying, oh, when are you going to get started? When are you going to get, why haven't you gotten yet? No. She's an amazing woman. I would have been blessed for her to be a part of my business and jump in with me so we could be friends for life and partner up. And she did 2 years later, and guess what? I was waiting for her right there when she did 2 years later.
Love you.
So number 3, continue to enroll and sponsor. This is a clue David Spiltetti has been telling me for 17 years. Yeah, I'm sorry if you don't want to hear that, but it's true. That's the business we're in. Look at the mission that Dave and Amy have put in front of us. Why would we not continue to share what we got? I'm a royal crown in this company, and I am still sponsoring and enrolling people. In the month of April of this year, I enrolled a girl by the name of Kim in Aspen, and in 90 days she went diamond. The next month, she created her next diamond. This is this year, and I continue to enroll, and I continue to get a high off of helping people go consultant, director, executive, and diamond. We need to get this into our veins that the way we're going to grow our business is that each and every one of us, no matter what rank we're at, is going to keep enrolling, because I know I am.
Yes. Yes.
Continue to sponsor and enroll. If we don't continue to sponsor and enroll, what are we going to do? Stand there and stare at our team members and say, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not loving, and if we're doing that, that's why our business is not growing. That's clue number 3.
Right.
Clue number 4, work with the newest and most excited person.
Thank you.
If you have only one person and they sign somebody up, guess who you're working with? The newest person. And guess if they sign somebody up and you only got 3 people on your team, guess who you're working with? This person. Because this person will excite this person, will excite this person. That's the model. That's why I love this model. Because in this model, when the team works, the dream works. It comes full circle. So don't be afraid to tap root and meet people in your team. That's the 4th clue. Work with the newest and excited people. Meet your team members. As quickly as they enroll one person, they know I'm looking downline. And I'm staying in the home of the downline, and I'm staying in the home of the downline because we are looking for the newest and most excited people. That's number 4. And number 5 is get to events and get people to events. I have a question. If you flew and broke through boundaries and obstacles and rearranged things and pushed past your fears and made people think you were crazy to be here right now this weekend, please stand. Please stand. And nobody knows the timetable. Nobody knows how long it's going to take you to go from where you are now to get to your success level. I didn't know it was going to take me 17 years. Nobody knows. As much as you want to know your downline timetable because we want it to be like yesterday, we don't know. So guess what? When you get into events, that's when they get it. You can spend a whole year of trying to make them get it. When all you have to do is spend that year getting them to the event, and they will get it themselves. So that's your 5th clue. Get them to events and get yourself to events. So I stand before you today. I took 17 years to get to this, 17-year journey to get to this moment right here, to tell you that it doesn't have to be 17 years for you. You have Purium health products right here. You have all of this specialized knowledge that's just being shuffled out to you. All of this is being shuffled out to you, and the clues are right in front of you. So it's absolutely up to us whether or not we're going to open our eyes and open our hearts and open our minds to take those clues and then put application to them. Take the clues and put application. I'm going to tell you that just for the very reason that you are sitting in this audience today means you desire for more, and just the fact that you desire it means you can have it.
Woo.
You have
Yes.
everything within you to achieve success. Always listen to your gut. believe in yourself, believe in others, and never give up in your dreams. Aloha!
Thank you,
that if I had more time, I would have said less. If I had more time, I would have said less. Meaning, if I had more time to think about what I would say less. Because the longer that you have experience, the longer that you have wisdom, and the longer that you have failures. And I'm so thankful that Brandy shares her full life story. And that she wasn't born successful. She made herself successful through hard work and through what she's learned.